You've definitely heard of vitamin D, right? The famous sunshine vitamin. A lot of us probably even take it every single day. But what if I told you that the common wisdom about this super popular supplement isn't just a little bit off, but could actually be harmful? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the surprising truth about vitamin D. We all take it for the same reasons, to build strong bones, boost our health, all that good stuff. But could that daily pill be doing the exact opposite? I mean, could it actually be weakening your bones and putting your health at risk? It's a shocking question, and it's the one we are going to tackle right now. Okay, so let's dive right into the science, because what we're about to uncover is a story that really challenges everything you thought you knew about vitamin D. It's a story of how a scientific discovery kind of got turned completely upside down. So, how in the world did vitamin D become this rock star of the supplement world? How did it end up in practically everyone's medicine cabinet? Well, believe it or not, it all started with a single, pretty misleading number. Here's what happened. A goal was set. You want your vitamin D levels to be above 30 nanograms per milliliter. But then a major survey came out and found that a staggering 75% of Americans fell short of that goal. And that sparked a nationwide panic. All of a sudden, it seemed like almost everyone was deficient, and the demand for testing and high-dose supplements just skyrocketed. But, as this vitamin D craze was sweeping the nation, a few scientists started to ask a really simple question. Is this deficiency even real? And their investigation led to a pretty surprising reality check that began to unravel that entire narrative. Dr. Joanne Manson, who's a leading researcher over at Harvard, she really summed up this growing skepticism with this powerful statement. It was a real turning point in the scientific community, and it made them ask a really crucial question. And here's the key distinction they found. Is low vitamin D the cause of an illness, or is it just a symptom? Okay, think of it this way. If you see a whole bunch of umbrellas on the street, you might think the umbrellas are causing the rain. But of course they're not. They're just a sign that it's already raining. The same might be true for vitamin D. Low levels are often just a sign of an underlying health problem, like, say, a poor diet or not getting outside enough, not the cause. So if that 30 nanogram goal was wrong, then what's the right number? I mean, how much vitamin D do we actually need to be healthy? Well, the official answer is very, very different. So on one side, you've got that popular goal of over 30 that totally fueled the craze. But on the other, you have the official recommendation from the Institute of Medicine, or IOM. And after a massive review of all the evidence, they concluded that a level of just 20 nanograms per milliliter is sufficient for almost everyone. That's a huge difference, and it means that most people who thought they were deficient probably weren't at all. And what does that mean for how much you should take every day? Well, the IOM recommends about 600 international units, or IU, for most adults. And an IU is just a way to measure the supplement's strength. Now, compare that 600 to the 2,000, 4,000, or even 5,000 IU pills you see on store shelves. The official goal is just to be sufficient, not excessive. And now, we get to the most shocking part of this whole story. If moderate doses are enough, what happens when you take not just a high dose, but a truly massive dose of vitamin D? The answer is where this story takes a pretty disturbing turn. In a major clinical trial, scientists decided to test a pretty radical idea. Could a single, massive, once-a-year dose of vitamin D be the secret key to preventing bone fractures in older women? The theory seems simple enough, right? More vitamin D should equal stronger bones. And when I say massive, I am not exaggerating. The dose they tested was 500,000 IU. To put that into perspective for you, that is more than a full year's worth of the recommended vitamin D delivered in a single pill. But here is the crazy twist. The women who took that massive dose of vitamin D didn't have fewer falls. They had more. In fact, their rate of falls was 15% higher than the group that just took a sugar pill. And it gets worse. That same high-dose group also had a 26% higher rate of fractures. That's right. The vitamin that was supposed to prevent fractures actually appeared to cause more of them. This is what's known as the high-dose paradox. And it's a stark reminder that when it comes to vitamin D, more is definitely not always better. So what is the big takeaway from all of this? Should we just stop taking vitamin D altogether? Not necessarily, but we absolutely need to be smarter and a lot more deliberate about it. Being smart about vitamin D really comes down to 3 simple steps. First, just forget the marketing hype and stick to the science. 600 to 800 IUs a day is plenty for most of us. Second, whenever you can, try to get your vitamin D from food, not just from pills. And third, and this is the most critical one, talk to your doctor. They're the only one who can tell you what's truly right for your body. And hey, don't forget, you can get all the vitamin D you need from your diet. Fatty fish like salmon, fortified milk, even some orange juices. They're all fantastic sources. So before you reach for that supplement bottle, maybe try reaching for a nice salmon steak instead. So the next time you hear someone talking about a vitamin D deficiency, I want you to remember this story. The real question isn't, am I deficient? It's, what's truly sufficient for me? And the answer to that question might be a lot less than you think.